After deportation, many people expect support from somewhere, anywhere. But for Somali deportees, rejection isn't coming from just one place. It is coming from several communities. Watch this.
If Ruto agrees to take the deported Somalis into Kenya,
if President John Mahama agree to take these deported Somalians into Ghana, we are also going to go to the streets, of course. I agree with you, my sister. And you know, sometimes I say that you need to live the African experience to understand certain things. Now we hear what is happening in Minnesota. And we are not even saying that Trump is right or wrong. That is not what some of us are even talking about. But we are thinking, or we are watching how you are coming online and trolling Black Americans and trolling and making fun of whatever is happening. And you have some Africans supporting you to do whatever you are doing. Now they are deporting you. Now they are tracing your IP addresses because you said Minnesota was promised to you 3,000 years ago. We come online to do live streams and we tell you to stop. Because if you don't stop, it will affect you and it will affect a lot of Africans. Now it is even affecting Ethiopians. How dare you go to somebody's country? You have some of these diasporans supporting you. At the end of the day, these people are Black Americans. They will not be deported. You will be deported. So to those of you giving these people the energy and the engine to keep doing whatever they are doing, you see that they are supporting them. So do you think you are helping them or you are destroying them? And I don't even understand why is that when people are being deported, their own country doesn't want to accept them. If your own country doesn't want to accept you, why should another country accept you?
Somalis deny Africanity. They do not want to be identified as African. They want to be Arabs. And the Arabs are pushing them. There's a dilemma here. You see, there's identity crisis here now. I don't have identity crisis. I'm an African, and there are so many Africans in Africa. I don't have identity crisis. You can call me whatever you want. But I have identity. You do not have identity.
The reason why we are not supporting you Somalis is because you said you're not Africans. You said you're Somalis. You gravitate more towards Arabic, those Arabic countries. So you've distanced yourself from Africans. That is why we don't support you. Nobody wants to support y'all.
In this video, we are examining why some countries and communities say they are unwilling or unable to support the Somali deportees. And mind you, this is not about blame. It is about understanding the reality being expressed across different regions. So across social media and interviews and commentaries, so people in several African countries have voiced frustration. Some say they feel Somalis have distanced themselves from African identity. From what we've seen, others say they feel attacked, dismissed, and unsupported in the past.
There's been a huge shift in Africa's refugee landscape, as Uganda has stopped granting refugee status to new arrivals from Eritrea, Ethiopia and Somalia. Reason being, the Ugandan government says that these countries are no longer war zones, so asylum claims are being limited, which is a surprise to many as Uganda used to be praised for its decades-long open-door refugee policy. But international funding has dropped sharply, straining not only their food supplies, but also their shelter and healthcare services. This new change has affected thousands who are already planning to go there.
There's a dilemma here. You see, there's identity crisis here now. I don't have identity crisis. I'm an African, and there are so many Africans in Africa. I don't have identity crisis. You can call me whatever you want. But I have identity. You do not have identity now because the Arabs have refused you. They are telling you, yeah, Abid. And you're better off to accept me as your brother rather than going to an Arab.
I don't get this. Kenya's announced visa-free entry for all African countries except for two. The two countries being Libya and Somalia. The reason being due to security threats. Like, I don't get it at all. Literally, most of Africa, yeah, is in some sort of instability, war-torn or humanitarian crisis type situation. Now, whether it was made by them, caused by them, is a different story. Regardless, so to be banning Somalia for security issues, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like,
do you think it's normal to operate in somebody's house by force? When the owner of the house tells you to leave, you don't want to, you refuse to leave. And I found what type of disrespect is that one? But do you think this is Somalia? Do you think this is Pakistan or wherever you come from, where you can just, how you can just, you people are literally doing as you please in a foreign land?
They went to march against us, fighting for our children. They went to march. So in this case, you can call your march.
You're not going to hijack our houses. You're not going to hijack the economic space that South Africans are supposed to operate in. We are here to send that message to you, to give that message to you. Panamanja, please, let's not waste time. I agree everything you said according to the agreement expiry, and on top of that, they are refusing to sign or comply.
For transport.
Yes. So why do you call the brother open to us?
Some say online debates about identity, whether Somalis are Somalis, whether they are Africans, whether they are Arabs, or something else, have fueled this tension. And now these online arguments are speeding into the real world consequences. Some say that support should be mutual. Some argue that solidarity cannot exist when relationship is already stained. So these are their perspectives, whether people agree to it or not. Do you think rejection is about identity alone? Give your views on the comment section. So, regardless of the reason, the outcome is the same. People are being turned away, and families are left in limbo.
there's been a huge shift in Africa's refugee landscape, as Uganda has stopped granting refugee status to new arrivals from Eritrea, Ethiopia and Somalia. Reason being, the Ugandan government says that these countries are no longer war zones, so asylum claims are being limited, which is a surprise to many as Uganda used to be praised for its decades-long open-door refugee policy. But international funding has dropped sharply.
Other scenarios is many countries are already under economic pressure. Some, like Uganda, from what we've seen, is host millions of refugees and openly say they lack the financial capacity to take in more. They don't have enough medical supplies. And now the countries that need the assistance are not considered as war zones. So there are no donors that are contributing. So this is not about willingness alone. It's about the limits. We have another point of rejection from the Arab countries that they claim to belong. And despite the cultural or even the religious connections, many say entry is still restricted. So identity alone does not guarantee acceptance. Watch this.
In the Arab League, the GCC, so the Arab states straddling the Persian Gulf, all of them said, "La, no way, we're not moving in that direction of recognition of Somaliland." They all rejected Somaliland's recognition. That's the news. Now here's the analysis. Before actually I get to the analysis, for my respected landers, right, people from internationally recognized Somalia, people from North Somalia or Somaliland, I just want to point out something. For those interested as well, it's not just aimed at them. I just want to say, there's a lot of historical background of the Horn of Africa and the geopolitics here that I've not covered. I've not covered a lot of the politics, a lot of the history. To be clear, it's not a case of Somalilanders not deserving prosperity, peace, autonomy, sovereignty. That's not the hill I'm on, right? That's not the opinion I'm pushing. I'm not even taking a side. It's very early days, but analytically speaking, so far it seems that Somaliland's gamble, which was to accept Israel's recognition, has not led to the domino effect they hoped for, where other countries will also recognize them and they'll rise in terms of diplomatic and recognition on the world stage.
So for deported families, these debates are not theoretical. They determine whether someone eats, someone sleeps safely or has a future. At the same time, many Somalis reject the idea that online arguments should define an entire community or even entire people. They point out that social media doesn't represent everyone and that punishment by association leaves innocent families suffering. Let's watch this.
Accountability does not destroy a community. Silence is. Yeah. I got villainized in my own community. Villainized left and right. Painted with some random images of who they think I am. And I'm just listening. Wild. This is embarrassing. Listen, whatever that have led to the frauds, to these allegations, all that stuff, of the portion that is truth, let's get rid of it. Let's talk about it. Let's change it. That which is false and exaggerated, we can defend ourselves. Let's chill. Talking about our weaknesses when it's necessary and needed to speak about, it's a good thing. It means we're uncomfortable because we want to move up. We're willing to face this uncomfortableness because we want to change it. Okay? So please stop villainizing me. Appreciate that.
Well, from all of this, we have that rejection can come from many directions, but the consequences are felt by the most vulnerable. So some argue that support must be mutual, others believe humanitarian needs should come first regardless. So my question to you is, how should countries balance limited resources with humanitarian responsibilities? And should online behavior influence the real world policy? Drop your thoughts on the comments section. So these are really difficult conversations, but avoiding them does not make the reality disappear. So this is what rejection looks like after deportation. And for many, the search for acceptance is still ongoing. So tell me what you think on the comment section, and kindly keep it respectful. This video is for education and not for any harm to any particular community or even to any policy. Kindly subscribe and tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.